Have you ever noticed that the most reliable person in your life is usually the one who never asks for anything in return? They are the friend who listens to your problems for hours. They are the coworker who takes on extra work without complaining. But the moment their own life is falling apart, they completely vanish. They lock themselves away, slide into the shadows, and handle the storm entirely alone. If you ask them how they are doing, they will give you a quick smile and a standard reply. "I'm fine, just busy. I can handle it." In modern psychology, this isn't just a personality trait. It's a profound psychological defense mechanism known as hyperindependence. It is the fierce, almost desperate refusal to depend on anyone else for emotional or physical support. And while it looks like ultimate strength on the outside, on the inside, it is a slow, exhausting trap. To understand hyperindependence, we have to look at the subtle, everyday habits that define it. It's not just about refusing major favors. It shows up in the smallest things. If someone offers to help them move, carry a heavy box, or even pay for a cheap meal, a hyper-independent person will experience an immediate wave of internal discomfort. Their brain treats an offer of help not as an act of kindness, but as a threat to their safety. Their internal monologue constantly repeats a rigid mantra: "If I don't do it myself, it won't be done right." Or worse, "If I let them help me, I will owe them." They carry an unspoken belief that needing people makes them a burden, so they become experts at compartmentalizing. They keep their struggles behind closed doors because, in their mind, exposing a vulnerability is the same as losing control over their life. They live under the crushing weight of a self-imposed rule. You are entirely on your own. Nobody is born hyper-independent. It is a learned behavior, a blueprint designed by past experiences. When psychologists trace the roots of this mindset, they almost always find some form of childhood or relational trauma. For many, it starts in childhood, where they had to step into the role of the good kid or the adult way too early. Maybe your parents were emotionally unavailable, struggling with their own battles, or simply absent. You quickly realized that your emotional needs were too heavy for the adults in the room to handle, so you suppressed them. You stopped crying, stopped asking for things, and decided to stop being a problem. For others, it comes from a brutal betrayal later in life. You trusted someone completely, dropped your guard, and reached out your hand when you were drowning, only for them to walk away or use your vulnerability against you. In that exact moment of pain, your subconscious mind signed a survival contract. It said, "Needing people is dangerous. It leads to rejection. I will build a wall, and I will never let anyone see behind it again." Hyperindependence is the fortress built to keep that promise. But here lies the tragic paradox of the hyperindependent person. They build walls to protect themselves from loneliness, but those very walls keep them entirely isolated. Because they are so incredibly reliable, people naturally gravitate toward them. They become the emotional anchor for their friends, partners, and family. But a relationship is a two-way street. True intimacy requires mutual vulnerability. When you refuse to let your partner or your friends see you struggle, you are unintentionally locking them out. They begin to feel disconnected, as if you don't trust them enough to share your heavy days. By trying to protect yourself from being a burden, you end up creating the exact reality you feared. You face the world completely alone. The fortress of safety slowly transforms into an emotional prison, leading straight to a state of profound, silent burnout. Healing from hyperindependence doesn't mean you have to suddenly change your entire personality and rely on others for everything. It's not about losing your strength. It's about expanding it. It starts by realizing that vulnerability is not a design flaw. It is a fundamental human need. If you recognize yourself in this video, your first step is small. Practice accepting minor acts of kindness without apologizing. When someone offers to help, take a deep breath, fight the instinct to say no, and simply say, "Thank you, I appreciate it." Let a friend carry a piece of your heavy day. It doesn't make you weak, it just makes you human. If this video resonated with you, leave a comment below. Sometimes just typing it out is the first step to letting someone in. And if you want to explore the deeper sides of human psychology with me every single week, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next breakdown.